and welcome to another Jack and Tom Postgame Basketball Podcast. Today, live from Breslin Center, the scene of Michigan State's 66-60 survival against Ohio State. Ugly game, Tom. Neither team could shoot.
Right.
And Judd used to say, they don't grade them, they just count them. That's a good thing for the Spartans today.
You got that Heathcote impersonation down cold, man. I'm telling you. Got 23 points in the first half is baffling. You know, I thought Michigan State would roll. Even at halftime, I thought they'd win by 10. They won by 6. But, hey, it just survive. I mean, well, look at what's happened. We talked about this yesterday. Look what happened to Kansas with Cincinnati. Look what happened to Illinois after they smashed USC. I thought they were going to waltz over to Pauley and double up on that. And I think Izzo alluded to that.
Yeah.
That's just college basketball right now. It's crazy.
Yeah, we had seen that UCLA team lose to Michigan and Michigan State by 53 points. The first time they had back-to-back 20-point losses in 81 years, Tom. Mm-hmm. And that was to USC and a team of all-stars from 20th Century Fox. And then they host Illinois and down 33-10, come back, win on that Tyus Edney-like drive.
It was.
End of the game at 4.9 this time instead of 4.8. Donovan Dent got it done, and
he did.
Bruce Thornton almost got it done today for Ohio State.
He was amazing. Yeah, and now he's second in scoring. I think Dennis Hobson's the only guy ahead of him right now, if I'm not mistaken. He's been a terrific player. He's like a football player out there.
Yeah.
And he kind of burrows in. He got a little bit of the Braden Smith where he does get some friendly calls. I saw a couple of those today, but what a terrific performance by Bruce Thornton.
You know, he had 32 of their 60, so more than half their points. But the amazing thing to me, he played all 40 minutes and did not have a turnover. And he had
that is amazing.
Yeah.
Truly amazing. But, hey, Coop was the dude today. Man, he was amazing today for Michigan State.
Yeah, Carson Cooper bailed him out today. 20 points, 11 rebounds. And, Kohler was on the bench with the fouls. And then Izzo said, I don't want to put a guy back in with 2 fouls, but he did because we're always harping about that. And then, of course, he gets the third one. But he wasn't into it today. And some other guys struggled. Jordan Scott showed up and made some key plays. He always seems to get loose balls.
Yeah, he does. Very good.
The freshman kind of plays beyond his years, but Michigan State needs to play a lot better than this, Tom. In the next couple of weeks, they're at Purdue. Then, of course, they end the season with Michigan. They have a reason to show up in Chicago for the Big Ten tournament. Not that it's going to impact them getting into the tournament, of course. They're seated 14th now in the NCAA projection. But in terms of getting the double bye in the Big Ten tournament, they don't want to play on Thursday if they can help it. One of those 5 teams that's going to have to play on Thursday won't be Michigan. But of Illinois, Purdue, Nebraska, and Michigan State, one of them's going to have to win 4 games. That's grueling going into the NCAA tournament. You'd rather be a top 4 seed in March, late March. So they have reasons to keep nose to the grindstone here, and it's more than just Jeremy Fears. He needs help.
Yeah. Well, and when Jackson Kohler's on the bench, that puts a lot of pressure on Jeremy Fears. I mean, you can just see the dynamic. Optically, you can see it. He struggles more because he's swarmed more.
Yeah.
And that's a big element. Yeah. I mean, Michigan State has got Indiana on the road too. It's not just Purdue at Mackey.
Yeah, that's right.
And then Rutgers, which is pretty easy, and then who knows what happens in Ann Arbor? I think it'll be an emotional game. I can guarantee you that. But that Purdue game Thursday is intriguing because Michigan State is going to have to play their best game of the year, in my opinion, to win the game.
Well, we know they haven't won there in 12 years. And they've even lost in Mackey Arena when they weren't playing a Big Ten game. They managed to lose to UCLA in NCAA tournament during the COVID year when they had that big lead they blew down the stretch. But Michigan State today, Tom, and it's kind of been their DNA for years and years. They won because they out-rebounded Ohio State 43-26.
Yep.
They had 10 more assists. And Ohio State, a little shorthanded. Devin Royal didn't play.
Yeah, that was hurt them. Yep.
They might have been over the top if they'd had one more player.
Yeah, and that's the constant with Michigan State. I mean, regardless of what they do, and this is where they are so similar every year. Every year, they changed players and they lost a lot of players last year. I don't know how many they got back this year, but 4, whatever the number is. They still do the same things. They still rebound, they still defend, and they still push. They might not always be good perimeter shooters, but they got to get somebody who they can count on from the perimeter when they have these droughts to come through and not just put all the pressure on Jeremy Fears to drive and dish.
And they got a break today because Ohio State missed shots.
They did.
We've seen this with Wisconsin and other teams, but Ohio State shot 18.2% from deep and 58.8 at the line. Now, if they've gone 6 for 22 instead of 4 for 22 and 12 for 17 at the line, that's not great. Instead of 10 for 17, Buckeyes probably win.
Ohio State actually is a fairly good free throw shooting team relative to the other Big Ten teams. And I remember I saw them at 10 of 17, and that opens the door. And I give them a lot of credit, though. I mean, Michigan buried them, and they've been playing pretty good since that time. They showed a lot of fight. I mean, right down the stretch. I mean, Michigan State, it was 59-51. I could tell people were leaving the Breslin Center.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, it was a one-possession game in the final 20 seconds.
I remember Ohio State, I think it was early in the second half, led Michigan by 9, and then Michigan shifted gears and blew them out. And when Michigan State was trailing early in the second half, I said, well, the same thing's going to happen because Ohio State's depleted. Spartans got up to 10, and then Ohio State had that 7-0 rally down the stretch. I was talking to Kevin Harlan after the game, and I said, sorry you didn't have a better game. He said, hey, we'll take drama every time.
Yeah.
And, that's what he got. They'd rather have that than a 25-point game. So,
what do you think's going to happen real quickly before we go of the last 4 games? Do you think Michigan State can win 3 of those 4, 2 of those 4? What do you think?
Well, I think they can win 2. I think they would love to win 3. 4 out of 4 would be incredible. I don't think anyone really believes that's going to happen. Maybe they do. But I think 3 out of 4 is reasonable. I've seen Purdue, Tom, play some real stinkers. They also lost to UCLA, by the way.
Yeah.
And, we saw what happened against Nebraska coming in there and beating them. We saw Michigan go into Mackey this year and beat them.
Yeah, they were due.
Some of the Mackey luster might not be what it is now. They'll probably find all of it again for Michigan State coming in. But this is not a vintage Purdue team either. Certainly not the one that was picked to be number 1 in the country.
No. And the Mackey crowd, as passionate as they are early, they can go quiet on you. They get kind of a pissed off quiet, holding their arms like this. I mean, you can see it because they're used to winning. So that will be an intriguing game to see who gets that. It's who doesn't want to play on Thursday, and there's 5 teams fighting for the top 4.
Well, we have 4 games to talk about next week.
Yeah.
We have Michigan, and that's Minnesota, right?
That's Tuesday night. Yeah.
Tuesday night. And then Thursday with Michigan State in West Lafayette. Mm-hmm. And then Friday night, right, for Michigan, Illinois.
That's huge.
Starting at that one. Hey, just take them into overtime. You can beat them. They've lost 3 in a row in overtime.
That's true. They have struggled, and then Michigan State plays Indiana. What? Saturday? Sunday. Okay.
Back here Sunday afternoon. So lots more Big Ten basketball to come. For Jack Ebling and Tom Crawford here from Breslin Center, final score: Michigan State 66, Ohio State 60. We'll see you next week.